This is Chidi's sister. We call her 1 week, 2 week. Here's Chidi. It's the morning, and we're about to head out for our morning run. I just got here, and before I wrap my hands, I have to do my mental journal. So I write in that just a little bit about how I'm feeling before I start, and then I'll write in it once during training, and then afterwards how I start out. So getting into that. So after 10 minutes of shadow, crew news not ready yet for pad work, so I'm going to start on the bag. I do 5 rounds at 4 minutes each. Okay, so I did 4 rounds on the other bag, and I'm going to come over to the long bag because I want to work on some low kicks. And I wish I had filmed some of my middle rounds because Trunu and this guy were like 2 feet away from me talking to me. So, Trunu hurt his back yesterday, moving all the mats out of the gym and over to this area where we did a demonstration at his uncle's apartment complex. So his back is hurting and he can't hold pads for me this morning, but he says he'll do it this afternoon, which is actually normal enough. It's not every day, and it's definitely not the majority of the time, but it is normal enough to still count as normal that in the morning there's some kind of errand he has to run or some kind of issue that he ends up holding for me in the afternoon, and so I end up doing double pad work in the afternoons. So what I do instead on days that he's not holding for me in the morning is I get to count to hundreds doing drills on the bag. So that's what I'm doing now. I'll start with teeps. Bag. So now I'm going to do some punches. I'll do 100 on each side of jabs and crosses. Exciting. cool down. 10 more minutes of shadowboxing, just very easy. There are incline benches for sit-ups and ab rollers and stuff in the other room, but the lighting there is really bad, and oftentimes I'll do my sit-ups in the ring. I just tuck my feet under the ropes, or my legs rather, and do 200 in the morning. Alright, so I just said how I was going to write in my mental training book before going and finishing up my conditioning, and I realized that there's a reason people are kind of secretive or mysterious about their mental training, and it's because it's incredibly personal. Telling people what they do, even though it can just be like a technical rundown of the kinds of things that you're like going through, like totally just a skeleton process, it kind of feels like you're reading someone your diary or something. So a lot of people don't share that kind of thing, and I was just realizing that that's something that a lot of people probably have a hard time getting into for themselves. Like, I take it for granted that I've been doing this every day for a couple of months now. So for an example, just now, what I wrote, I came in here and I wrote in my book how I was feeling. I'm a little bit tired, but there are things that I want to focus on, and so I was writing down the number of things I want to focus on: my balance, my aggression, standing my ground, and that yesterday in sparring with Muay, when I decided that I simply wasn't going to back up and I was just going to hold my ground, it actually worked really well. So that's what I wanted to work on today. Then, writing here, things have developed because I found out that crew new wasn't going to hold pads for me today. So the things that I wanted to work on, I wasn't able to work on because pad work is necessary for that. But I was able to work on the actual movements of them. So like the bag swinging back at me, working on bringing my leg up to stop that is the exact same movement I would be working on with Pinu. The difference is that I don't have the pressure. So you need the pressure in order to really build that skill and being able to do it under pressure in a fight situation. But you also need to work on the mechanics of it. So I was just writing in my book that even though I didn't get to work with Pinu in pad work, and it's going to be so hard this afternoon to do double pad work, that it's good that I got to work on the actual mechanics of it, and I'm proud of myself for working on those things despite the obstacle of not having any pad work in order to work on it under pressure. So it's twofold. I got to work on the actual mechanics of it, and I got to adapt to a situation that kind of came out of nowhere and that I wasn't expecting, and that could be a like super bummer thing. So instead of having the attitude of like, oh, well, my morning is total waste because I didn't get to work on the 3 things that I wrote down in my book, I just worked on them anyway, and in an adapted way. So that is something that makes me feel confident, and so I think that that's something that actually has benefited me this morning in the long run. So that's what I write in my book today, and sharing as much of it as I can without getting too personal about it. But now I'm going to go in and do my pull-ups and stuff like that and see if the lighting is in there enough that you guys can see me do it. So I just got home. Jaidi is working diligently on his bone. He got to eat breakfast early this morning because he came for a run with me, which he doesn't always do. I always go. He doesn't always come with me. But it's a really short trip back from the gym to my apartment. I live really close, so it's maybe like a 4-minute motorbike ride. So I got home, and it's time to take a shower. I haven't showered yet. Time to shower and cook breakfast. Kevin has boiled the potatoes already, which saves a lot of time. So I'll be making those. And this is my little kitchen. So I'll take a shower and then start cooking to make the potatoes, and I make eggs for myself, and we eat some bacon, and I'll make some more coffee. So showering and cooking breakfast and eating breakfast, all of that takes about an hour, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. And then I'll either be catching up on correspondences and blog posts and media, stuff like that, and then I'll take a nap, or I get to go directly into a nap, which is my favorite. I like to sleep a few hours in the middle of the day so that I can be strong for afternoon training. I'm still able to train all the things that I normally do if I don't get a nap in the middle of the day, but I am a jerk if I don't get my nap in the middle of the day, so it looks like I'll probably be able to go into that. I have a little preparation bit of things to catch up on. What I'm doing right now is just getting my eggs done. So I'm going to put them in the pan. And those look amazing. Coffee. Potatoes. That's breakfast. Now it's afternoon session. Get here and wrap my hands and start the process again. When I'm done wrapping my hands, I'll go in and warm up, and then depending on who's here and what we're ready for, I'll either get on the bag or start doing some sparring or clinching or whatever's up next. Okay, so I just warmed up, and now I'm just going to write in my journal real quick before I start doing my bag work. It takes like 20 seconds. So now I'm going to do pad work with Kunu. It's going to be 4 rounds, 3 rounds of the Thai pads and 1 pad on hands, and it's going to be double tonight because I didn't get to do it this morning. shadowboxing and my blocks, which are between 100 and 200 blocks, and I just throw them in with my shadowboxing, so it's kind of relaxed, easy. Suck my thumb is always like, talk, talk. So now I'm going to do my circuit of conditioning, which is different kinds of pull-ups, sit-ups, neck exercises, and squats. So. So it's knees on the bag. So first I just do the jumping straight knees, and then from that I go into about like a minute or 2 minutes of just play knees, same thing as in the morning. So just start with counts. Alright, so now I leave Petron Run, refill my water, and head over to Omi-kun, so say goodbye to here and start my second session.
Mima Mao, you were singing him. Oh.
The cat is on it, man.
So now I'm at Omikun and I'm rewrapping my hands. I'll do pad work, clinching with Petjijat and Mawin. It can go in either order, but usually I do the pad work first. Rewrapping my hands with slightly soggy pads. It's good times.